Hello, YouTube. I'm here to talk about Yu-Gi-Oh! Yu-Gi-Oh! As a trading card game. What do you think? Is Yu-Gi-Oh! For kids? Is it a children's card game as a lot of people stereotypically say? Hell no. Hell nah. Yu-Gi-Oh! Is not a children's card game, damn it. It's a game for teenagers and adults. It never was made for kids. Since when was it a children's card game? Well, when they brought it here in the United States, the fools they call for kids, they came over here and bought the series from KONAMI and licensed it so they can play, bring it here and, make it an American game. But the problem is that they license the game and make it a children's card game. Market the game to children. They say the game is if you buy the packages, it says 6 and up is who they who can play the game. But in Japan, the same damn game, the same Yu-Gi-Oh game they have in Japan, who are the original creators of the game, it's a 13 and up game. If you buy the packages in Japan, I've never bought one, but that's what it says on the packages. 13 and up. Only teens play this game in Japan, mainly. Why the hell is it a children's card game in the United States? Because the fools call it 4K Media or 4Kids. 4K Media is the new name because after the fools called 4K or 4Kids, they lost the license to Yu-Gi-Oh! Because they're stupid in their stupid ways, dubbing and destroying anime like One Piece, and Yu-Gi-Oh! Is one of them. They turned Yu-Gi-Oh! Into a children's card game. That's stupid. A game that's made for teens is not a game for kids. It's simple as that. The game was made for teens and adults. How many kids you see play this game? You never see any kids play this game. All they're doing is playing with the cards. Oh, I got Exodia. I have Slifer the Sky Dragon. I summon Slifer the Sky Dragon. I summon Exodia. That's what kids do. All they do is collect cards. They don't know what they're doing in the card game. Damn it. Why the hell are you marketing this game to kids? Kids don't know what they're doing with Yu-Gi-Oh! All they do is looking at the cool artwork. But you want to see the game played the way it's been made by the guy who created the game, Kazuki Takahashi. He's the one who created Yu-Gi-Oh! If you wanted to see the game play the way the creator made the game, teens and adults are the ones who can play the game. Kids do not have the type of thinking as a teenage person and an adult, someone who's grown. They don't have the critical thinking. They don't have the abstract thinking of a teenage person. That's who can play the game. Every now and then you might find you may find a child who can play the game somewhat good, but they're never going to be at the same level as a teenage person and an adult. You can't give a child a deck like Dragon Rulers or Prophecy and expect the child to be able to play the deck. There's no way. They'll never know how to play that deck. Even if you give them a more simpler deck like maybe Fire Fist, they're never be able to play the game or that deck properly. They'll just lose. Because all they know really is just, they have cool artwork. Some of the kids, they do know how to play the game a little bit better. But they never can play at the same level as a teenage person or an adult. You see what I'm saying? Yu-Gi-Oh! Is not for kids. But fools caught 4Kids tainted the name of Yu-Gi-Oh! In the United States of America. It's a damn shame. Yu-Gi-Oh! Is considered a kid's game When you hear stupid idiots who are ignorant talking about Yu-Gi-Oh! Oh, he's playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Why are you playing that little kid's game? No, it's not a little kid's game. Yu-Gi-Oh! Is for teens and adults. How many times we gotta say this to these people? Those people who would say no, they don't even know anything about the game. So they went and took Yu-Gi-Oh! And turned it into a kid's game. So people need to understand that this game is not a kid's game. If you go to the tournaments, my locals, where I go to play the game, Yu-Gi-Oh!, you never see kids there. All you see is adults. You only see adults there. People about 18 and above. I mean, you see teenagers too, a whole lot of them too. But I mean, 90% of the game is played by, at least 95% of the game is teens and adults who play the game. There's a lot of teens, a lot of adults playing the game. There's no one there's very few kids that are actually playing the game. So why are they still marketing the game for kids? At the beginning, when they brought the game to the United States, they wanted to make it for kids and stuff. The game was so basic at the time. All you do is you summon a monster, the opponent summons another monster, maybe Dark Hole or Regeki. You play Monster Reborn, bring back your monster. You play Heavy Storm. It was so basic. It was a basic game. But the game has evolved over the years. The game has been in the United States for I've been playing the game since it started. This game's been on for at least 12 years probably, because it started like in 2002, I think. So Yu-Gi-Oh! Has evolved through the years. It's not the same game as it was when it started. It's a different game. It's very complex. A lot of strategies have been added into the game, archetypes, all those things. You got decks like Dragon Ruler, Firefish, Mermail, Prophecy. All these decks require a lot of strategy thinking. Infernities, Life Sworns, all these decks, they require a lot of thinking strategies. Those kids can't comprehend those type of things. So why are they still marketing the game for kids when no kids play the game? They really need to change that, And at the same time, they censor the cards. In Japan, the card game was made for teens. So they have artwork in the cards that are a little bit more violent it's not artwork you want to see, kids that need to be seen at their age. You have killing in some of the artworks, some blood and stuff like that. You have cards like, they even have almost a lot of, really sexual images on some of the cards, like the Harpy ladies. The girls are in these skimpy outfits, skin. All you see is skin and, bathing suits. I mean, I like it, but it's not for kids. Kids are not supposed to be seeing that kind of stuff. That's what I'm talking about right there. They had this card called Tragedy. The original artwork was like a guillotine or something like that. But they changed it to something else because it was too violent. But like they have some of the sexual artworks, like sexual cards like Water Amatics, I think is what it's called. Girls like complete, bare chest. All you see is titties. And then you see Soul Release. The girl's completely naked. Like the Harpy ladies, of course, in skimpy outfits. This one card called Dying Keto. It's an old lady with all her cleavage showing. And then you got Dark Magician Girl. All the Dark Magician Girl artworks have been edited because it's kind of, too sexual a little bit for kids. But still, some of the artworks are not really that sexual. But Konami, they edit it and censor it, which is stupid because this game is not for kids. I mean, I have one. I have the Dark Magician, what's it called? Gagaga girl. This is what the gagaga girl looks like in the Japanese version. How cute she looks like. But when it came in America, the fools of 4K or 4Kids went and edited and made it look like this. How ugly does that look? Gaga girl turned into an ugly piece of shit like this. But this girl, they edited the card because they felt like it's too sexual, too much skin. The same skin that some of the cards of Dark Magician girl, they don't really edit. But this is what I'm saying. They're editing the card game just so kids can play it, the same card in this format. This game was not made for kids, people. I mean, even the manga of, Zexal or the Yugioh, was never. It's not even kids. It's not even for kids. It's for teens. I even have one. I have a Zexal one, just like this. Look at the girl right here. Her name is Tori in the anime, the English version. Tori Meadows. In the Japanese version, her name is Katori Mizuki. Look at her, how high her skirt is. This even the manga, it says it's made for teens. Why when they translate the game, because this Vizmi is the one who released this. Of course, they're gonna keep it the way it's supposed to be. But fools of 4Kids, they decided to change the game into a kids game. Good thing that Vizmi is the one who has control of the manga. Yu-Gi-Oh is not a kids game or anime series, nothing. It's only a game for teens. But if you want to think about it, anybody can play this game, really. Anybody can play this game. But it's unfortunate that the game has been translated into a kid's game, but really it's not a kid's game. Until Konami finally starts marketing the game, they'll have to, it'll still be called a kid's game by people who are who don't have the right information, because they judge the show. The game by that, the dub version of Yu-Gi-Oh. Those are the ignorant people that don't know. They don't know better. Don't listen to those people. People who understand this game, they'll tell you that this game is for teens and adults. So that's pretty much what I'm saying here. If you want to fight this or talk to Konami about this, I'm gonna leave a link on the in the descriptions to talk about, a link where you can email Konami to try to change this game try to market this game to adults and the teens, where it's supposed to be. Because this game is a teen, it's 13 and up in Japan, but here they want to make it a 6 and up game. The same game, it's the exact same game. So I'm gonna leave the link, below. So you can, email them, talk about, all this censoring and all the cards and all this stuff. We need to stop. Konami really needs to stop the censoring of these cards, the marketing of this game to kids. A game that's made for teens and adults. Thanks for watching.